Welcome aboard round 2 for a day in the life mid-Atlantic. The sun is up and I'm opening the enclosure since it's already warm.
It's 8:15 ship's time in the morning, and I'm writing the logbook at this time every day because this was the time when we left the marina in Tenerife. So every 24 hours I write in the logbook how many miles we've been going the last 24 hours, which course we've been keeping, how the wind has been and the weather, and if there's been any events during the last 24 hours. We've been doing 164 nautical miles in the last 24 hours at an average speed of 6.83 knots. So yeah, pretty decent speed, I have to say.
Din magiska pensel. Kom. Jag kommer sitta bredvid dig. Some oatmeal now, and I think we'll have an apple with that. Vera likes the apples. Here we are on the vast Atlantic Ocean, with no other boats in sight. Nature is strong, and we have goose barnacles growing on the hull despite the boat being in constant movement. We do the dishes in salt water and then rinse them off in fresh water.
So we have 2 manual foot pumps, and one is with salt water and the other one is for the fresh water, which makes it easier to save the water because you don't flush out as much using that one.
We're going to set a yogurt today. We have this yogurt machine that we got from Camilla and Adam when they came, and it's a non-electric, so it just has to stay still in a still position for like 12 to 14 hours, and then about 8 hours in the fridge, and then it's ready to eat.
What do you think about being still on a boat?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna try out now. It's the first time we do it now while on the passage, but we did it before in the harbor.
Yeah. So it's relative with the stillness.
Yeah, we have found like the most still place in the boat, we think.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
So this is the outer container, which we will fill with boiling water, and then we place the container with the milk and the yogurt powder
and the bacteria, which you got with the little machine. So this whole bag stirred in with 1 liter of milk, and we have UHT milk, so we don't have to do anything. And if you have fresh milk, you have to boil it first.
And we're also going to add some whipping cream to make it a bit
creamier.
Yeah, creamier.
Yeah. creamier and this time.
Yep.
So we will only have then 800 milliliters of milk and the 200 liters of whipping cream.
Yep.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
So nice to take a shower. It feels really refreshing. And the way we take a shower here on the passage is that we have connected our water hose to the chain locker, where we have normally a little hose so we can rinse off the anchor chain. So we shower with salt water, because it's salt water. And then in the end we rinse off with fresh water from the outdoor shower, which is here. And it's been working great, sitting here, even on windier days and days with bigger seas.
Trying to work out when local noon is, so I can calculate which longitude and latitude we're at. Just for fun. I mean, we have GPS, but I really like this type of navigation as well. So we're pretty close to local noon now. I think it's coming up in about about 5 minutes. Try to catch when the sun hits the highest point locally here, because then it's pretty easy to calculate what latitude we're at and also the longitude. But it's not super easy when the boat is rocking to get the angle. You try to pull down the sun towards the horizon in this sextant, but it takes a lot of training to get it right. But I'm getting there. The sightings I did yesterday, I was 2 miles off compared to the GPS, so pretty okay, I think.
It's lunchtime, just having some leftovers today. Heating up some tortilla for Vera. It's her second round. I'm just gonna have some noodles, and I think Johan was gonna take a sandwich. Our last tomato.
I'm looking at the latest weather forecast from Predict Wind here, different weather models, and it looks like we might have some lighter winds ahead of us. So I'm trying to figure out if we should sail more south or if we should continue on our direct course for Martinique. It looks like we could sail directly, but the risk is higher because Just north of us there is a big blue area where there is really no wind at all, and if this weather forecast isn't correct, the likelihood of that creeping further south is of course higher. So yeah, I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to wait until this evening and take down another forecast and make up my mind then. We use this Iridium Go unit of the Iridium network to take down the grid files via the Predict Wind program, and that works really good. We have an unlimited subscription over the Iridium network, so we can use as much data as we want. Of course it's not very fast, so it takes forever to take down a weather forecast, but because it's unlimited, that really doesn't matter. So we take down grid files every morning and every evening, and I think we pay $140 for that subscription. Besides the data, the unlimited data, we can make 150 minutes of phone calls as well. So pretty good deal, I think, at least when you're out at sea like this. Tomorrow we've been at sea for 2 weeks, and we have almost exactly 800 nautical miles left to Martinique. It's first day today, and my plan is that we should be in Martinique by Tuesday evening, if we're a bit lucky. Then it will be exactly 18 days since we left Tenerife, but it could also be that we'll be there in the morning on Wednesday morning. And one nice thing with in-mast furling is that you can move your chafe points on the sail by just taking it in a couple of centimeters. It's really hard to prevent all types of chafe on the sail, on the main sail, when you're sailing downwind, because the sail will touch the lowers and sometimes the spreaders. By doing this, you're moving your shaping points and you extend the life of your sail, because when you're sailing for this many days and the sail sits at the exact same point, that's not very good. So I try to move all the shape points on the rigging, the halyards, the sheets for on the boom there. Actually, we haven't moved this setup since we left Tenerife. The whisker pole has been to starboard like this for 14 days tomorrow, so that's why it's so important to catch if you have chafe anywhere. These many days can really wear stuff down. Here you can see I have moved the mainsail in a bit into the mast, and here's the chafing point for the lower stay. I mean, this is mostly dirt from the sand from Sahara, but still you can see that it's touching the sail, and over time that's of course not very good for the sail. I always try to put some pressure on the boom bang when I'm sailing downwind to take the sail off the spreaders up top. Obviously this isn't ideal for sailing wise. It's better to have the boom as far out as possible and the sail catching as much wind as possible, but then you will also wear your sail down a lot faster, and to me it's more important to save on the sails and the gear than to have that little extra speed.
I'm writing the daily update that we post on our Predict Wind page. It has live tracking, and then we can make these posts through the satellite phone. And we share it with all our patrons and of course friends and family. And it's nice to summarize a little bit what has happened the last 24 hours. It becomes a little bit like a diary, which is different from, similar to the videos, but different. The day turned into evening and we sailed straight into the sunset. For dinner we made a tomato soup with croutons and sunflower seeds. Before starting with the night shifts, we cleaned up after dinner, did some work and downloaded a new weather forecast.
It's 10 o'clock in the evening and I've been on the first night shift for about an hour. If I'm not too tired, I usually listen to a book, and then those 2.5 hours, they disappear just like that.
Wish I knew what you were looking for. Might I know what you would find?
It's 1:30 in the morning and it's a comfortable night. It's just a gentle swell, clear skies, and we're making good speed. And today's Friday, or tomorrow, which marks 2 weeks for us out at sea. And we've done more than 2/3 of this passage, so we're starting to see there's something on the other end to look forward to.
The wind is starting to drop, and unfortunately the stars are also gone. It was a really starry night, but now it's pitch black outside. I really like the night shifts. Gets you time to think about stuff, and yeah, it's a special feeling sitting here in the darkness, and you can't really control everything outside. You can just control the boat, but you can't see everything outside. Of course you have radar, but you can't really see what's happening in the water. So that's a special feeling of being out of control, but doing the best of the situation.
I'm on the last shift for the night. The sun will come up here in a little while. So you got to see what it's like a day in the life here out in the Atlantic on board Ron 2. Hope you liked it. It was quite a productive day. We don't do all those stuff every day, but it happens to be the showering day because we don't take showers every day. It's been such a nice break to be out here in this passage and just being here, existing, being off the grid, just being in the moment. I'm so happy for Vera that she got to experience this, and even though she might not fully remember, she will always have the videos to look back on, and it must be such a cool experience to have sailed across the Atlantic when you're 2 years old. She's adapting so well, and just running around and compensating for the healing of the boat. It's so cool to see. And I think everyone has said that time really flies out here, but at the same time it feels long, like it feels like we've been on this passage for so much longer than we have. So it's strange perception on time, really.
despite how nice it's been the last days here, it's been so comfortable and everything is just moving on really good. I'm really looking forward to arrive and start our Caribbean or tropical cruising lifestyle. Oh, I've been longing for that so much. Life at anchor, warm water, swim a lot, play a lot in the water. Just more of this. It's gonna be so nice.
Venus was shining bright in the sky as the sun was slowly rising, and day 14 at sea was about to start. Join us next week as we make good progress towards Martinique, and then finally can say land ho. Thank you for watching this episode. If you would like to support our production, you can join our Patreon crew and get all the latest news and more.